So for me, one of the most important aspects of pitching is controlling the running game. When we talk about pitching, we want to make sure that whenever a guy reaches base, that we hold that run. We always want to give our catcher an opportunity to throw a base runner out. And it's our job as pitchers to make sure that we're maintaining some sort of difference in our delivery, difference in how we're holding them, doing things a little bit unorthodox. And I really like the adage that the pitchers control the game. We're able to go at our own pace, have as many throws as we want to first base, as many balls as we want to throw to second base we can. But we really like to get in the mindset that we want to make the runner on first base uncomfortable. He's being taught to make us uncomfortable, but what we want to do is have him not be able to know what we're doing. We want him to have to guess when he's supposed to steal and really not give anything away as far as our cues as a pitcher that would show him what we're actually doing, that we're coming over or delivering. So when we talk about going to first base, we're going to talk about making sure that our head is always different as far as our looks. What you do with your head when you're in the stretch and when you're actually holding the runner on is very important. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about our feet. And we're going to talk about where we throw the ball from. And some of these things might be new to some young kids pitching, but in my opinion, it's a way to control the game to allow our catcher enough time to possibly throw him out. If we can get an out at first base by the way we're holding him, by picking him off, then we certainly want to do that. So what we're going to talk about first is once we come set, obviously we're here, we're going to get our sign, we're going to take a look at our guy. Once we come set, we're here, we're going to be still. From here, it's just with my head. I'm looking this way, I'm looking this way, with the runner on first base. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And then from here is when we can deliver. Okay, we can pick our leg up and go. We can slide step. That's another conversation another day. But what we really want to talk about is how we're holding it. What's important, guys, is when we bring our feet together and our hands together, is that we're in an athletic stance right here. Okay. One of the things that we talk to our young guys about is making sure that when we're in our set position that we're not flat-footed and unathletic. Everything we do in baseball is athletic. When we're hitting, we're in an athletic stance. When we pitch and we finish, we're in an athletic stance. When we're in the field, getting ready to field pre-pitch, we're in an athletic stance. So we want to make sure that when we come set as a pitcher, that we're athletic as well. Because our next movement is going to be our feet going quickly to first base. We're taught at a very young age to step off the back of the rubber. Okay? And there's value in that move. At an elite level, like we teach at IVL, we're teaching a different way to throw the ball to first base. Stepping off the back of the rubber has value in if an aggressive runner is watching your feet and he's not very good, but he's just watching feet in general, see if they move. If he sees your foot move and you step backwards and takes off, now we can turn, we can run at the base runner, deliver the ball to our second baseman or shortstop to get him in a rundown. So there is value. This isn't our best pickoff move, but stepping off the back, taking our throwing hand down at the same time, which in the runner's eyes is creating that downward action like we're pitching. So we're here and we step back quickly and drive our throwing hand down by our waist. Seeing if we can get that runner to have some sort of movement towards second base where we can turn, we're a fielder now, we can turn and do whatever we want with the ball, deliver it to the shortstop or run at the base runner. So we have the step off from the back, and our most important move, now we'll move to our jump spin to first base. So when we're here, we're looking, we're looking, we're looking, our movement quickly is here, it's here. Both of my feet have disengaged the rubber, and my toes are pointing towards home plate, and I'm in an athletic position. So I'm here, and quickly I'm here. Okay? This is athletic. I'm on the balls of my feet, and I'm ready to throw the baseball. One of the most important things about the jump spin when you're teaching young kids is to make sure that both of your feet move at the exact same time. If we move one foot before the other one, that obviously is a ball. So we have to make sure that our feet are jumping at the exact same time and that we're not on the rubber. This move here with our quick feet, you have to throw the ball every single time. When you jump off the rubber like that, you have to throw it. When you step backwards, you've already disengaged, you do not have to. But this one, which is why it's not taught to a little bit older kids, this one requires you to throw the baseball. The younger kids, when they step off the bat, they know they don't have to throw it. There's not a lot of pickoffs at 9 and 10, but as you get older, that jump spin is pretty important. So we're gonna go quick with our feet, and we're gonna take our throwing hand to our ear. This is the only time as a pitcher that we teach throwing from your ear. We have to get the ball quickly to first base. And when we get the ball quickly to first base, we've used this action to throw it. If we go long in the back, like we teach you when you're pitching the ball, when we go long, it takes too much time to get the ball there, that runner will slide in safe most of the time if we go long in the back. So we want to make sure that we have quick feet, we take our throwing hand to our ear, and then we deliver the baseball to the inner side of the first base, inside of the base on this side, so that first baseman can catch it and have a nice tag. What I'd like to also talk about, in addition to the feet and your hand, is your head. When you're here in the set position, you can move your head and do whatever you want. I've found at the upper levels that head movement is distracting the runners. So when they see us doing stuff, sometimes they think it's just a gimmick, and sometimes it is. Sometimes they think there's no way he's throwing, he's moving his head too much, but we do go ahead and throw it sometimes. There's times we don't move our head at all, and we still throw. But it's your job as a pitcher to mix up your looks, to mix up your moves. Sometimes we're gonna go quickly as we come set, quickly. The other times we're gonna hold it, 1-1000, 2-1000, give some head movements, then go. You can mix it up as best as you want. So quickly to recap, we're gonna come set. We're here, we're athletic. When we come set, our feet are gonna go quickly. Our hands are gonna go quickly. We're gonna deliver the baseball. That's your typical move to first base. Okay? Again, stepping off the back of the rubber has value. We do teach that to our kids as well on very aggressive teams. So one way you can practice your move to first base is you can incorporate this in your bullpens. And if you're throwing bullpens at home, if you're throwing bullpens at your lesson, you could be at home and not really have someone to throw to. You do not need to have a real baseball to do these. You don't even need to be on a mound. But you can practice your quick feet. You can practice where your hand's going to be by your ear when you throw without a baseball. But what I like to do is incorporate pickoff moves during kids' bullpens. So when you're doing a bullpen and you're doing a set of 15, I'll ask my guys after every third pitch, do your move to first base. Do your move to first base, let me see it. If I do not like it, I'll ask them to do it again, but it's your job as the pitcher to get your work in and see if you like it. Again, videotaping yourself doing your move to first base is very important so you can see what it looks like. So you can see what a runner sees. Ask your dad or your mom or your brother to stand behind you and see what it looks like and have someone video you. So you can practice these during your bullpen. You can practice these on your own without a baseball. You can use a towel. You can use a rubber ball, throw it against the wall. You can use a tennis ball, anything you want. But this is something you can do in your bedroom, in your basement. It doesn't matter. You don't need a big space. You just have to really practice quick feet and making sure your hand's by your ear. And that's a good way to practice when you don't even have a mound to use or it's not warm outside. You can use any small space you have in your home to do your drills.